Rebirth Summit 2025, Stories of Unyielding Courage. I'm Katherine Sea of Today Life Coaching because today matters and you matter. Well, I spent decades in finance and university operations, checking all the boxes until I realized my soul was still waiting to be heard. And so now I guide women who've outgrown the roles that once fit, and I help them realign with who they truly are so they can live a life that fits their spirit. And so I have a free guide I created for women like us. It's called Rebirth from Burnout. Oh, it's for guys too. So go ahead and scan that code behind me. It's my free gift to you. Well, meeting Lima McLean, the founder of Rebirth Summit, was truly divine because we share a compelling mission to elevate truth, healing, and transformation. And I was honored to be selected as an interviewer for this international summit featuring over 100 aspiring stories of transformation and rebirth. And so, therefore, it's my joy and privilege to honor and host this Rebirth Summit conversation with our guest, the brilliant and magnetic Kimberly Leverdue. Kimberly is also known as the Virtual Life Alchemist. She's a spiritual guide and business operations specialist who empowers intuitive, purpose-driven individuals to align with their soul's calling and build a thriving, authentic business. Blending deep inner healing with grounded strategy, Kimberly helps clients overcome limiting beliefs, trust their intuition, and take inspired action. Her holistic approach supports both personal transformation and business growth, guiding others from overwhelm to clarity and confidence. And through her work, Kimberly helps clients create soul-nourishing businesses that reflect their true essence and make a lasting impact. That is good. Well, Kimberly has turned her life experiences into a powerful mission to help others. Her amazing story of rebirth will surely move you, inspire you, and empower you. So buckle up. It's rebirth time. And welcome, Kimberly. It's such a delight to have you join us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Katherine, and hosting this interview. It's truly a pleasure.
Okay, well, let's start. And we're going to start at the beginning. And I'm really curious, Kimberly, what was your life like before your transformation? Take us all the way back there. Help us feel what you were feeling emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.
It really started back at 17, choosing the wrong relationship, because what do you know at 17? It's hard when your voice was silenced even as a child to learn as an adult. How do I stand up for myself? How do I not take responsibility for other people's feelings? And I didn't do any of that. And so it started into a 16-year abusive relationship that finally, on the day after my 13th wedding anniversary, I woke up numb. I felt nothing. And I just knew on that day that it was time to leave. And I thought when I left that that would be the end of the abuse, that I would finally be able to move past it, be able to start healing, start to become myself again. Little did I know the words that my ex spoke to me in our therapist's office of, "You're leaving me. You're no longer fit to be a mother, and I will do everything I can to take my children from you." And he did. To say that I was depressed doesn't even start to do it. So I'm going to be truly vulnerable and really honest, because that is what I promote and that is what I teach people. I wanted to die. I didn't know what my life was like if I wasn't a mother. And then right after that happened, I had a spinal injury that caused years of disability and years of pain, still in it. And I did. If it wasn't for somebody in my life believing in me, one person, my family was having a hard time deciding who was telling the truth, I wouldn't be here today. Mm-hmm. And that despair went on for quite a few years, court battles, constant ups and downs in, oh, maybe this time somebody will hear me. Maybe this time somebody will believe me and I can get my children back. It never happened. all through their teenage years until they were adults. That was when it finally stopped. And then I met someone and I thought would be my life partner. And I ignored the flags because I realized how badly I wanted to be a mom again. I realized how badly I just wanted someone in my life. And so that was another 8 years before finally my sister-in-law actually was the person who, as a women's empowerment coach, was like, you can't keep doing this any longer. You have to learn to start your own inner healing and listening to yourself and what you want out of your life. And so in that moment, despair turned into a little bit of sunshine, and maybe there was something, but it was a long road. It was a really long road of just silence to feel safe. Nothing felt light for a very long time. And it was just constant emotional pain, physical pain with my health challenges. Yeah, I think that sums up.
Oh my goodness, I feel that. No wonder you know what overwhelm feels like, and yet you couldn't say anything. So thank goodness for somebody who spoke words of insight and awakening to you. And so, was there really actually a turning point, or was this gradual that you woke up?
Like I like to say in my book, turning points can be very subtle. Those voices can be very soft.
Mhm.
And when you learn to listen to it, that's when the change begins. So I would say that while some of the moments seemed really big, like the day after my wedding anniversary, deciding that was it, I'm leaving. I think that was the biggest, loudest voice. Everything after that was small, gradual, your next step, your next part of your journey, the next inner knowing, the next healing. So yeah, it was soft and it was quiet and it wasn't grand, angels, hallelujah kind of thing. It was just very soft and subtle, that changing point, and each step knowing that I couldn't stay where I was.
Mm. Well, thank you for letting us know that, but it doesn't have to be some one dramatic thing. But you were intuitive. You continue to hear that soft inner knowing that, no, this isn't right. So then you embarked on this inner transformation process. Now, somebody might be wondering, what could that look like for me? I think I can relate. Help us understand what your inner process was like. Let's call it a metamorphosis, where
Mm.
your fears, your breakthroughs, your healing, your decisions, they occurred in the cocoon of your process. Help us understand that.
Yeah, and I do have my years of cocooning, I do call that, and even months before that breakthrough. But for me, it's always been more of Phoenix. I feel like there's so many times I've risen and then burned down to ashes and then rebirthed and burned in ashes. And so that process, there's just that small voice that says, you're made for something more. You know, something's not right. You know that there's something here that is better. You know that you deserve more. And unfortunately, and I will say this after doing 17 years of this work, that up until 2 weeks ago, having a major breakthrough of finally believing, integrating, and embodying my worthiness, it is a process. So I will tell you that you take small steps and you hear that little voice and that nudge. It could be a hum in your body. It could be tingling in your body. It could be a little bit of feeling warmth in your third eye. It looks different for everybody. But
Yes.
when you hear that and when you start to acknowledge it and know that there is something more, that's where the true transformation starts.
And that transformation, you had support, whether it was people or processes or practices, like you mentioned your third eye. So you're connected to some practices. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I met some amazing. So when my sister-in-law put me into this program, she called it Fun Fab Femme Playground. It was amazing. You learned your limiting beliefs, and I love these words. Your shoulds. You don't should yourself, and your flabby asks. When you're asking for something in your life, if you're being like, "Well, I kind of want this," and could you possibly? It's no, ask. So those were the beginning tools. But over the years, the tools that have really cemented in has been my intuitive work and my medium psychic side of rituals and practices. moon circles. I follow the cycles of the moons. I have my rituals and practices during them where I set intentions and then release them. And then there's my logical side. So I've got this really fun, witchy side, but I have my logical side too, my business side. So it's using the tools and practices within your life, calendars, journaling, having set daily practices and affirmations that keep you grounded and balanced and centered. And it's not always easy. I will be the first one to admit sliding off that proverbial wagon many, many times where I forget my practices. And when I remember them again and remember to come back to them, it's like, geez, look at what you unleash into the world of your beautiful, authentic, powerful self when you remember these things. And you remember to keep them in a daily practice.
Your
That
daily
again is when that transformation happens.
Awesome. Oh, wow. I love that. You are really grounded in this worthiness. You use your left brain and your right brain, and you're deeply connected to your inner guidance and soul wisdom. We call that intuition. So tell us, you're just lighting up now. How has your life changed? Where are you now?
Oh, well, 17 years of corporate and small business and not being able to do anything, I had to find a way to work. And so for the past almost 18 years now, we're coming up on my anniversary, I moved into the online space. That changed my life financially to be able to support myself, my two youngest children, and to dive into this world of transformation with other amazing people. And so now I have a thriving business. I am also building that spiritual side right now, where I have a training coming up in August that starts your Phoenix Awakening and moving into my Phoenix Path program, where people can learn how to do this, where you learn to listen and you heal and you move into what your purpose is. So for me, I'm living my purpose now. And financially, I'm thriving. Spiritually, I'm thriving. And I'm still working on those small pieces in my life that need to shift to get to exactly where I want to be. And like I tell everybody, it's a journey. It's not overnight. And I believe fully that we learn our entire life. There's always going to be little healing and trauma that comes up. But if you can get to this point of your inner knowing and really embodying it, I mean, I know I do. I know I just glow when I start talking about it because I'm living what I'm meant to be.
Life is just looking good on you. It's this upward spiral of becoming.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Kimberly, somebody here might be wondering, I would love to do that, but I feel stuck. What is one message you might give to somebody who might have been your younger self? What's one thing that you would love to give to them?
First, you will go through moments over and over again of feeling stuck. To me, that is your growth. When you hit the edge of knowing that you need to move into that next level, that up leveling to feel unstuck, that's that moment of growth. So listen to it. Learn to thank the fear and thank the comfortableness because it's kept you safe. There are so many moments in our life, whether it's emotional, physical, mental health, it doesn't matter what it is. Those comfort levels and that fear kept us safe for a reason, for a time. But that season changes. And knowing when you start to hear that voice, I'm stuck, but I know I need to move, take that step, move. Thank the fear. Don't just push it aside. Don't push any of those negative feelings aside. Really sit with them and then move through them.
That's great. That's how we grow through our pain. We're not going to let it hold us back. We're going to use it as a springboard. Oh, Kimberly, thank you. That was so insightful. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
You are worthy. You are needed. You're powerful. You're loved. And anything that you set your mind to, you will do. Find your mentors. I have mentors and coaches my entire life. Find your tribe to support you, to hold you. And those moments where you feel you just can't do it alone and you're just going to fall down, because that is the key, is your community.
Very cool. Very cool. Where can we find you?
virtuallifealchemist.com, and I'll be adding more to it as the weeks move on and I'm moving into this next phase of my business. but you can find me there and find all my social media links and ways to connect with me.
Awesome. Well, Kimberly, thank you for sharing your beautiful, insightful story. Powerful. I love your heart. And I could listen to you all day. Your journey, Kimberly, is surely a strong beacon, a testimony of hope, resilience, innovation, courage, holistic, empathic. I just love all that about you. And so, thank you.
Thank you so much.
This has been another incredible conversation on the Rebirth Summit 2025, Stories of Unyielding Courage. I'm Katherine Sea, and it's been an honor and pleasure to host this interview with the brilliant, delightful, empathic, insightful Kimberly Leverdue as part of this global movement for healing and transformation. And if you want your own rebirth, who knows? Don't forget your free copy, Rebirth from Burnout. You were made for more. So stay tuned for more interviews from courageous speakers all around the world. And until next time, this is Rebirth TV signing off.